We'll do it live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tuesday Movie Reviews with two gents. 2 cents for two gents.
Yeah.
I am Captain Fuckface, and beside me is Doubtfire.
Hello. Well played.
This is Mrs. Doubtfire. He is a movie buff, and I am a movie buff, so we came up with this fantastic idea. Our friend Kyle suggested to watch Sideways.
Yes.
And now, myself, I had seen it previously, but not in a long time.
Oh.
It had been years, and then I watched it a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I was going to do the movie review, and then I had the idea of having a co-host, somebody up here to banter with.
Yeah, hopefully.
And shoot ideas off of. And some weeks we may have a guest or two. I don't know. It depends on who sees movies. And we can review it with them. Hey, Scarface. What were your thoughts on the movie?
Because it was recommended to me ages ago, and I kept putting it off. I'm really glad I watched that movie. There's so much to sink into. It was recommended to me because I mentioned that I was a fan of Paul Giamatti. I haven't seen him in anything that I haven't enjoyed. And Carl said, well, you've got to watch Sideways. And it's his performance is just brilliant. He's not like, he doesn't take it all the way to like sad sack drunk. He's not like a depressed drunk. Yeah, he's failed at his marriage failed and he's accepted it, but he's not like, I don't know. He balances it well between like depression and then, but he's stuck on this wine trip is happening. I really enjoyed it. And then as you said off air, like the fact that the two of them together, they're both train wrecks in different ways, but it works. Like they save each other from one another's family at one point, like sneaking out on his mother and making. But yet, when some outside party messes with one of them, then the two of them are on the attack. Like that scene on the golf course when Buddy like, oh yeah, you think that's scary? Nah.
Right. Yeah. And like towards the end of the movie, when the dude leaves his wallet in the house when he's having sex with that guy's wife, and the other one goes in there, and when they pull, he's like, "Now we got to do this," and the one that left the wallet's like, "You go in and get it."
Yeah. Oh my God. There's a couple of scenes like that where you're just where oh shit, what am I watching? Oh, excuse me. What am I watching? Oh, right. No, but this one you're warned about it, like he's, oh God, I left my wallet there. It's like, no, it's got the rings. Well, get some more. No, you don't understand.
Right.
And so that he's going to, as soon as his friend mentions, he's going to go in there and get that wallet. And oh my God. My God.
I don't know. Do you know who Michael London is?
Michael London. I know who Michael Landon was, but no, I don't.
Okay. Do you remember the movie? He played Pink.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, that's the word of the day. So he's just, he's just participating.
He played Pink. He played Pink in Not Almost Famous. It came out in 1990. It had Ben Affleck in it.
For
Ben Affleck and the dude that goes, all right.
Yeah, McConaughey.
Yes, Matthew McConaughey.
So, professional. I shouldn't be reacting to it.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Can't help it. It's funny.
It is. It's
Dazed and Confused.
yes.
He's in Dazed and Confused. He played Pink in Dazed and Confused, and his production company made Sideways.
Oh, far out.
Yeah. And I didn't know that until today when I rewatched it. As many times as I've seen that movie, today was the first time that I noticed that it was him. It was his production company that made that movie.
Cool. I saw Dazed and Confused once, and it was on. I think it was on VHS.
I love that movie, Dazed and Confused. Great movie. Anyway, back to the movie that we're reviewing. Hey, Brittany. Hey, Jordan. My thoughts on the movie are it's funny in some parts, sad in some parts, and then boring throughout. It's to me, it's long and overdrawn. They could have done the same thing in an hour and a half and cut out a lot of the boring shit.
Mm.
But I do love Jesus. And then he comes in here and looks at me like, "Are you going to do something, or am I allowed to bark?"
What are you supposed to do? No, I agree. Like the funny is really cutting, like really funny, and the emotional, like the poignant moments are
Right.
exceptionally poignant. But in between, it's like, oh, another wine tasting. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really care.
Right.
I know it does. Yeah, it could have been maybe like 15 or 20 minutes of could have been shuffled out.
Yeah. One of my favorite scenes is the scene where he's running through the grape orchard. Paul Giamatti's character drinking a bottle of wine.
Yes.
Down the hill and
and Thomas, and he's chased. Is that after he just broke the news about his wife's remarriage or something? Yeah, yes. So he grabs the. How many different scenes were there in that film? I wonder, because there's that one, and then he consumes these like truly expensive, unique wines in just these either heartbreaking or cathartic situations, like the diner when he just leaves the wedding and goes to the Greasy Spoon and it's like puts this. They zoom in on the label and it's this.
Yeah, it's that bottle of wine he was talking about in the movie. He said he was saving for his 10th wedding anniversary.
So he's just fuck it.
Yeah. Another favorite scene of mine is the scene where he confronts his wife at the wedding and he finds out that she's pregnant. And he holds himself together to tell her he is happy for her, but you can see like he's getting ready to cry because they wanted kids together.
Yeah, that one cut. That one was a superbly acted
scene. And the way the camera zoomed in on his face and showed his face while he was talking, that was superb to me.
Yeah.
What was some of your favorite scenes?
Oh my. Oh my. I ought to have been thinking about that while you were describing yours, but live television is what it is. Some of my favorite. Well, actually, I thought the ending was the perfect way to end it. Like you want Paul, I should be prepared. The character, you want him to go back to her home and knock on the door. And that's the last thing you see. I think that's the perfect way to end the film because there's no need to get into any of the complications. Well, what if they get married? Well, yeah, Buddy and his wife are going to be there. And if they're best, they're all going to see each other again. It's going to be awkward. none of that matters. It's the point of the film. Get us to that point. That
Right.
I thought that was fantastic. I guess in terms of favorite scenes, I was so happy to see that him just like to get that message from her, and then just get in the car and go. I was happy ending. Damn it, it was a happy ending, and I enjoyed it.
See, I thought when like everybody else turned right and he went left, I thought that's where he was going, to her house.
Oh yeah.
When at the wedding, when they all were going to the reception, and he left and went right or left instead of right.
I was hoping that too, but yeah, that was the
right.
Fair enough.
And when it comes out that the book that he is writing is kind of about himself and his suicidal thoughts and things like that.
Yeah,
it comes out in such a subtle way. Like she says, does the father in the movie ever commit suicide? And that's when it hits you that he's talking about himself.
I got to tell you, I did not clue into that part. Not on the first viewing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, but but then so what a kick in the pants.
Well, what gives it away? What gives it away is his face when she mentions it. Like the look on his face. That's how you could tell. At least with me, I'm a people person, and I can read expressions pretty good. And
Oh wow. Cool. Well, that's a testament to your eye and to Paul Giamatti's performance. Then, cheers.
Cheers. And what did you think of the scene when she finds out that guy's getting married?
Oh,
Thomas Hayden Christensen's character.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Church?
Yes, Thomas Hayden Church. Good. Yeah. It was such a perfect day. They're having this picnic out by the tree, and he lets his guard down. He's finally starting to be like not so guarded in his thoughts, which of course leads him to immediately mention, "Oh yeah, we've got to go back this weekend. We've got to go to the rehearsal dinner." Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I just heard it in my head when they paused. It was at that moment he knew.
Right.
Right? Because it was that. And she was right to dump him, because he was he was a part of the
deception.
Despite his genuine feelings and intentions, he was part of the deception of her friend, who is, I really want to not like Church's character.
Exactly. Because it's like we were talking backstage, he's like a fucking wound up, coked out, he's full of energy.
Yeah.
It's like he's coked out. He doesn't snort coke in the movie. It's just his energy gives off that vibe.
Yeah.
Horned up.
Constant.
And Paul Giamatti's character is the exact opposite. He's like a depressed,
like Eeyore and Tigger.
A lot of shit trying to get a book published.
Yeah. Just
but when they come together, it's like yin and yang meet. It's like it's a perfect fit. And myself, when the woman that he was screwing around with found out and cracked him in the face with that motorcycle helmet, that was like the funniest scene in that whole movie to me. He just goes up to her with that teddy bear. He's like, "Look what I got for our little angel," and she's like, "You motherfucker!" Whack!
Oh man! And she stood over him. I thought she was going to kill him. I really did. I was like, "Oh my god!"
And then the very next scene, when they're in the car together, and he's like, "You had to tell her." He's like, "No, I didn't say anything."
Right?
Yeah. And he's holding this fucking thing over his face.
But
with
you
blood
know,
running down.
the thing about it is, like, he figured out, like, he knows bloody well that his friend ended up squealing on him, but
Right.
he also
doesn't say
knows that
anything.
he had it coming. So,
Right.
you know, I think he's enough of a human to admit that he had that coming. So he just
Yes.
like, all right, because he did. That, yeah, it's the
as an all-around movie, I would probably give it probably a 6 out of 10.
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Oh.
I wouldn't rate it super high because of all the boring scenes that are in it. Like I said, during the making of, like, the cutting of the film, they could have cut a little bit more out of it, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
But I do like the movie. I love the movie. It's not that I don't.
I would be inclined to say an 8, I think, but because I'm a bit more, I agree, because of the sort of lulls in between and a few too many scenes.
Right.
Get on with it. Get on with it.
Right.
The performances are just so excellent. I guess I was willing to forgive it a couple more points. But I'm suffice to say, I'm really glad I finally followed Kyle's recommendation to watch the film, because it's fantastic, and I want to watch it again because it's highly, highly quotable.
Yes,
I like that. I like movies like that. So
I do too. It's kind of to me, it's kind of pushed at somebody that is like a brainiac, like a professor, or somebody that's something like some. It's not like a Step Brothers where you're like laughing your ass off the whole time.
No, there's a lot of. It's a very dialogue driven.
Right.
Movie.
And but to me, the whole dialogue and dialect come together, and it makes a great movie at the end.
Yes.
Alrighty. That is our review of Sideways. I will shut this down and run a regular panel. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thank you for being my co-host.
Thank you for inviting me.
I do believe I gave you the privileges to be my co-host.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
I added you to the team thing.
Oh, fantastic!
You just have to accept it. It says it's waiting for you to accept.
Well, I'll see to that once we're off the air, perhaps.
But thank you, Doubtfire, for being my co-host. Thank you, Kyle, for suggesting the movie. People that don't know Kyle, I will pull up his link right now and post it in the chat.
Yes.
And that way you can go to his channel and sub to him if you choose to.
Yes. Do. I was worried about saying shit earlier on the presentation. I forgot that your name was spelled out. Yeah. I'm often not very detail oriented. Which
and see myself, I overthink every damn thing.
Yeah. Oh.
I do. I'm a definite overthinker. Like, I have to be put on fucking medicine to sleep at night because I can't shut my thoughts off.
Oh man, yeah.
And because it's like, if something happens during the day, I analyze it to death. I'm like, well, what if it would have went this way instead of this way, or this way instead of that way? And
yeah, that's like turned up to 11 for you, yeah.
Yes.
Shit.
Here's Kyle's link. Anybody that is not subscribed, please go subscribe to his channel. He is the one that suggested the movie we reviewed this week. I am going to be doing a poll and putting it on my community page. So you guys pick the next movie we watch. Thank you again, Doubtfire. Much love and good night, everybody.
Peace and long life, Captain.